you guys? Thomas from Team Sakuraso here. Come at you guys with a huge Yu-Gi-Oh! Market watch for you guys today. And if you guys did not know, it is 10% off store credit. Well, 10% everybody gets store credit, I should say. From today till 11 p.m. Eastern. If you guys didn't know, I think it's like more for subscribers though. So there's a lot of buyouts here. It's not as crazy as I thought. Usually as a YouTuber, I'm supposed to tell you, oh, this is like we've never seen before. It actually has not been that bad. However, we do have a lot to cover from buyouts. The card is going up quickly because people are buying it from Bonanza and more. So if you guys enjoy these kinds of videos, make sure to smash that like button. We actually got like 15 new subs off our last video. So if you're new here, welcome. Thank you for your subscription. If you guys have not subscribed, hopefully today's day I earn your subscription. Thank you to my YouTube channel members. I appreciate you guys. If you guys want to support the channel, that's the best way to do it. We've got like as low as like $2 tiers as well. And you get access to the YouTube channel member videos, as well as the ones coming up soon. So you can look forward to that. Let's get 100 likes on this video. Friday videos do not do that well, unfortunately. And join our Discord in the comment section or in the description below. And remember, if there's any buyouts I missed or any that are going on because of this sale, please let me know in the comment section below for the next market watch, which will probably be tomorrow. So Magia here is 800 today. So believe it or not, this is actually, and I hate saying this, I should say without photos, I really do hate saying this. This is the lowest I've seen this card in a hot minute. Like $800, yes, it does go up to 1,000, 1,200 quickly, but people selling this for 800 when it was originally selling for about 1,100. I mean, a $300 difference is quite a bit. I think a lot of people were just sick and tired of holding this card. That's my personal opinion here, but a lot of these have been selling IRL because, look, a lot of people just want 85% for their card, and when you're looking at a $1,000 card, 85% instead of 100% is 150. So it really is, even though it's just one card, it really is good to go out of your way to get this IRL instead of online here. Also, very quickly before I continue, if you guys are buying any cards off TCG Player, please do my link down in the description below. Helps out the channel to no additional cost to you. I should say that's we're having the sale. The one time I forget, of course, right? Dragon Seager from Cybernetic Horizon is also getting bought out. This card is for the Ultra, about $10 here, going up to about 11, 12. And then the secrets right over here are very low on listings. $10, going up to about 13, 20 bucks here. Now, granted, you have 17 copies here, 7 there. This is a 2019 secret rare, and if you guys know anything about these tins, they were amazing, very hard to get as well. They were probably the last good tins we've gotten. You could really ask around, and some people will say this is the last like amazing tins we've gotten, and I unironically have to agree. For those who don't remember, we got Nibiru, Dark Ruler No More, and Dimension Shifter here for the first time. So yeah, S+ rank tins. Why this card is going up, I don't really know. I mean, maybe more people want to just play Cyber Dragons with like the new support. We got Clockwork Knight reprinted, so people want to maybe revisit that deck. And this card is going up because of it, because this is a one of, I believe it's essential at 1 at least. I don't think you'd run any more, but because of it, of how long it's been printed, it's just going up here. Shadow Squad QC here. Now, I don't know why. 101, 175, 200 here. I do not get it. I do not get it. I don't get the hype on this QC. I mean, this is selling constantly for 70s, 80s, 90s. It was just getting pushed up even before the sales. So, yeah, the Mermail support here is really hyped here. And looking at how much the QC is selling at, I have to take a gander at the Ultra. These are still dollars here, $1.50, $2. So the card has a little more value now. And I'm curious to see if this card could go up to $3, $4, $5. Because the QC is selling like hotcakes. It really, really is. Now, the other Mermail QC right over here is also up at 125, 150. This card was like 38.40 at one point. Now it's 125. If you got this card when it was cheap, good job. You made quite a bit of money here. Now, as much as I love Mermail, I really do love Mermail. I did not have the hype and hope that a lot of people had for this deck. Because I don't see it doing much now. Maybe we need a ban list. I personally want to play it because I really like it a lot. But the QC prices are a little too much for a deck that I don't see these doing anything right now. Granted, the support coming up is pretty good, and it could make a splash, pun intended, then. But right now, the secret rares regulars are like $4. So, you know, the base rarity hasn't really moved much at all in the last month. Molotchami Flawless, we have to go over this, of course. QCs are 400, 420, 450. Yeah, of course, people are buying their copies now. I mean, you see that 1129, they're about, roughly, let me see here, 7, 8, 9, yeah, 10. Yeah, about 3 play sets roughly sold so far. So people are buying this card. Same with the regular one at about 130 today, 135. This card was going towards 115, 120-ish, right? Something along that range, because SP Little Knight was on average like 100, like 15 to 125, 130. So I expect the same, you know, range for this card. Man, my allergies are terrible today. I don't know if you guys have allergies, but if you do, hopefully yours is a lot better than mine, because I was sneezing for the last 7 minutes, I think. QC, it's Caius, the Shadow Monarch here, is about 80, 82, going up to about 90, $100 here. I actually talked to a couple Edison players that have played Modern recently, and some of them actually do want the Caius specifically, because it's something new. The ulti's way too much. The QC, even a playset of QCs, are such a small fraction of what the ultis are, which we're actually going to look at the ultis here. There, and the ultis, wow, this is, yeah, about 75, 700. I don't blame people. Would you rather spend about less than a third, actually? Because, yes, it is less than a third of this price on a set of QCs. Let's say you get them at 70, 80. Let's say you get them at 80, right? So a set at 240. Remember, that's full retail. Versus one ulti at 675. Yeah, I don't blame people for going for QC at all. This card has long been gone. Actually, it's Stratos here, another card. These are 55, 58, going up to about 90 here. So these are on the up and up. If you want your set of QC Stratos, I mean, unfortunately, you're going to have to pay a price I really dislike, but they do go higher here, and people want their play sets, so unfortunately, I won't be too shocked if this card goes up. I actually want to check on Dark Arm Dragon, since we kind of unironically went through 2 Edison cards here. So we're going to go through the QC, the Ghost here, Gold Series, Ultra, wow, that's low, and Ulti. So Ultis are about 440, 585, 600. So the card's about $600 here, but you have a light play for 440. That's not bad at all. QCs are about 110 here, 150, guys. Monstrous Revenge is a very underrated set. I will keep telling you guys that for a long time. We're actually going to save that. Oh, nope, that's not what I wanted. We're going to save that till the tab. Okay, there we go. Thank you. Tab was not working here. So, Ghost Rare here is $50, going up to 55. Yeah, people prefer the QC by a lot. These Ghost Rares don't look that great, especially compared to the QC. Sorry, not sorry. If it was an old Ghost, I would understand, but it's a newer version one. And these have quality issues up the wazoo. Dark Arm Dragon from Gold Series. These are $9s, $10 here. I remember telling people to get this at $1. $13, and that was like many years ago. So if you don't remember me saying that, that was because this was probably a pre-COVID or like a 2020 call. This had to be a 2020 call. But yeah, these are now a lot more. These old Gold Series do look a lot better because at least they commit to the bit, aka gold. It's not like Maximum Gold or Premium Gold, right? Which I believe are the 2 worst golds. I actually don't like Premium Gold a whole lot more than Maximum Gold. I think Premium Gold from 2013 is the worst gold, but I think a lot of players just don't like gold to begin with. But at least this is like unique. Upstart QCs are 55, go up to 60. I actually pulled one of these at Indy off 2 packs. I was like, you know what? I want to open up my Bonanza pack. I just want to open up one. And then I opened up my one. I wasn't satisfied. I was like, you know what? I'm seeing not many QCs pull from that box. Let me try one more. Got it off the second pack. Mobilized Linkage here is also getting bought out at $38.41, going up to about $48.75. They really put this card down to like 2. I've seen lists with 1, but mostly 2 with this card. The card's still good. I still think this card is great. But I guess it's not a 3-of anymore, and I don't blame players too much. The OTK is not viable in today's game, a format, so playing 3 just for that like 1% you can get it, not even, yeah, I understand. But $40 for your linkages there. Slifer from Bonanza is $30 only. Now, there's a huge wall of 30 here. I don't know how Gamer's Choice got 40 copies of this, but they up to 45. This card's not going up anytime soon unless someone buys that wall for 30. And I don't know how loved this Slifer artwork is with people who like God cards. I'm not too sure. I don't think it would be bad, but $30 here. If you get it for cheaper, go ahead. If not, I won't really. Brionic, at least for right now, at least prioritize other stuff. Brionic QC, these are also going up $23, $25, $28 for your Brios. We also have Colossal and Dark End here. Dark End Dragon, $20 here. Yeah, about $20 for your Dark End Dragons. If you guys don't know, by the way, this is one of my favorite cards. And when I was a kid, I actually used this as my, and this is going to sound cringe, but it is what it is, signer card. I was like, nah, no main character has this. I'm going to use it. And I had my jump version. I still have my jump version from back then, believe it or not. It's like LP. I kept it in very good condition. I was like 12, by the way. I'm 26 now, so we're talking 14 years ago. Yeah, maybe even closer to 15, honestly. And I was using this card, and then Zexal structure deck with all the Jins came out. And I was like, I'm never going to use XYZ. So, and then I ended up using XYZs because Modolce came out. But Dark End Dragon, beautiful card. Really, really like it a lot. I'm glad they kind of gave some love to this. $20 here. Then you have Colossal Fighter here at 27. A little too much for my blood, personally. I'm glad I have the ulti. Giant Trunade, though, this card is also going up. $18, $20, $25 for your Giant Trunades. Reborn, by the way, about 15 here. But definitely a card that can increase slowly, by the way. Just something to keep an eye out on. Trap Trick. This card is also bought out. 12 going up to $25. Going up to even 30. So if you guys don't have this card, I go ahead and grab it here at this price. Girsu, the Orcust Mech Knight. These QCs are about 15, 18, going up to $20, $22. This is not the only Orcust card that's going up as well. We also have Galatea at about 15, 20, 25, up to $40. Now, MCole40 mentioned this card. He's like, hey, you're not losing anything. I think it was like 6 or 7 very recently. So I think some of this also went up because of him. But we do have, I believe, some Orcust support on the way, which is nice to see. I would love to see this deck getting played. As much as it's not my deck to play, when it was around, Yu-Gi-Oh! Was very fun. So I think a lot of people associate Orcust with good memories. As bad as that might seem, man, I do believe Toss format was very good. I know some YouTubers are like, oh, it's not as good as you guys think. The format had problems, but it was a fun format overall. Ghost Sister and Spooky Dogwood here. Alternate art QCs are like $9, $10. Look, I know this is part of the main set, so it's not really like the play with your Ghost Sister regular ones being like 15s here. I would personally go ahead, get the alt arts. I personally like the alt art more. Some people like the OG. I like the alt art a lot more. This card is really good at 10. We've seen what these QC hand traps could do and what they could be. Bonanza's also bought out, so whatever copies we have there is basically out. I would highly, highly, highly suggest grabbing your copy. Let's see, what else is here? Kashtira Unicorn here. These are $5 to $6 to $8. Now, there's a big discussion going around on if this card is healthy or not. And I want to ask you guys in the comment section below what you think of that as well. Personally, my honest opinion, I think this card is kind of crazy because when your opponent activates a monster effect, you look at your opponent's extra deck, the knowledge already, before getting to rip a card, right? Because you have to banish the monster face down, so it's really out of bounds forever, right? You can banish a Promethean Princess, which is crucial. You could also banish like a Little Knight, which is very, very good. You could basically banish essential one-ofs. Oh, Requiem, like Fiendsmith Requiem. We have some more Fiendsmith cards to go over as well. You banish that face down, and a lot of players like to play 1. That's why I like to play 2 Requiem, by the way. You have the room for it, usually, with these types of decks. Yeah, it's awful. So this card could be just honestly insane, especially if you can't really deal with it quickly. You can easily win off just a unicorn. And I think with this card of Fenrir, just having these banished face downs, Fenrir could search the other one. It's pretty insane. I know there was this deck topped, I think, first place at like not nationals, but like a YCS. I've seen the list. I'm not just saying it because of that. I just think that Kashtira has been very good for a very long time. And I think it's about time we kind of put a stop to that. I really do think this card could go back down to 1. But especially Fenrir, I think Fenrir is pretty insane. If it could not search itself, I'd be a little bit better with it. But it's a very strong card overall. A lot of these cards are just overkitted, and when they become generic, it leads to chaos. Personally, I think that Kashtira needs another hit. I want to know what you guys think in the comment section below from that. Because I'd love to hear you guys' opinion. Even if you disagree, by the way. I love hearing your guys' opinion. 20, 22, 25, $30 here for your ultras. So these are getting back bought out here. And guys, before we go forward, I really do mean it when I say I want to hear your guys' opinion, even if you disagree. Because I'm not a big fan of echo chambers. Never have been, never will. If you guys disagree with me, I like it to be known. If I'm ever wrong, I'm not going to get upset. I was wrong. Just like these market watch calls. A lot of you, even though I say this, hey, I'm not a financial advisor. Hey, I've been wrong before. A lot of you say, in fact, almost every single person says, hey, you know, you've been right about this. You've been all the time. You know, your calls are great, all that. But if I'm disagreed on, I'd rather take the knowledge and learn and see another perspective. So never feel bad if you come to my comment section and you disagree. I'll read it all. I might even heart your comment just because you put thought into it, right? And I really like that. So it's just something to mention here. Secret Kashtira Fenrirs here. These are about $16, $17, $19 for your secret rares here. Your Rise Hearts are about 5s, by the way, so not getting too punished on the rest of the Kashtira cards too much. Ulti Fenrirs, by the way, are like 32, 35. I think a lot of people are like, oh, this will be in, Stampede, aka Bonanza 4, aka Rarity Collection 4, right? It could be, but ultis are just way too low at 30, 35. You're going to get to play. You've been playing this for months if you got these back when they were like 28, 35. And I just think this card could definitely go up here. Just my honest opinion. I actually want to look at another card very quickly that I have not pulled up, which is Droplets. I want to look at the QCs here. QCs are 47.55 here. With, yeah, I mean, some sales today, but nothing too crazy. You also have Pod Desires here. I know this card is getting bought out at 30, 35, 36, $50 for your Pod Desires. A lot of people are looking at this at Rizel. Hey, this isn't really that punishing. Go play Pod Desires, which is funny because I never thought Pod Desires was necessarily a bad card. Prosperity just unfortunately dominated too hard. I mean, they made too insane of a draw card here. Droplet OGs, these are 15s going up to 25s here. I'm going to call it Black Friday. Black Friday has not sold any copies here, so okay. And Lubellion here. Lubellion secrets are 28, going up to $40 here. This card is probably going to keep going up. I think it can hit 40 by the time this sale is over with, which, remember, we're doing a market watch tomorrow. This sale has just begun, so expect more buyouts throughout the day. And if there's any, always come back to this video and let me know. By the way, have you guys smashed that like button yet? My Friday market watches don't do so well. Same with Saturday. That's actually why, if you guys have noticed, I don't really upload market watches on, Friday, Saturday. They're cut by like 30%, 35% of views because, people are out there playing locals, doing what they want to, not on YouTube as much. I get it, but for this week, I'm just going to do one Friday and Saturday. Give you guys that extra content, and hopefully it does well. Lubellion here, QC. Commenting is also good as well. 270, going up to 400 here. This was an insane card even before today. People, there was a place at 245. Someone decided, hey, we're going to go in on that. What language was this here? Okay, can't see the drop down menu. Cool. But yeah, Lubellion's still doing its thing. Bottomless trap hole. These are $800. Way too much for my blood. Personally, I would not touch this card with a stick. I would not buy this card. Personally, get the QC when it comes out, because we have Torrential, we have Compulse. Bombless got to be in 4, which the fact that it wasn't in 3 is kind of dumb. I guess they're spacing them out for no apparent reason. And then you have Dimensional Prison here. These are... Let's see how much these are here. 35, 37. So these are still up. People want to buy this card, you know, because it wasn't in Bonanza. Could it be in Stampede? Yes. But I still think that the game promo super is where it's at. I would not run a QC if I had it available for this card. I would run the supers. In fact, when this card gets a QC, I am very much looking forward to the quick dump so I can grab these at a little cheaper. Because I only have one, unfortunately. Very upset about that, actually. Dark Magician Ghost Rares. These are 370, going up to 750. I guess people are trying to clear these up before they skyrocket. You got 3 copies off. Actually, no, you got 5 copies here at less than 500. Granted, 450. That's a pretty noticeable difference between 370. If you guys have been waiting for this card or you want it, I would not hesitate. All it takes is some people who want to set a play, someone who wants to play set this, and bam, boom, $700 card. And you guys gotta remember, usually my market watchers get about 1,000 views. Anyone watching my video who wants this card, even say 2 people, and maybe someone was like, oh, let me get 2 copies. Yeah, it's gone. So I would not hesitate on this card if you want it. I would just go ahead, grab it here. I know people want me to talk about the QC. I actually do not have it pulled up, so I will actually pull that up right now. The QC for this card. Well, first of all, we have the Adidas one. I actually want to take a look at that, and the Dark Magicians. I want to look at both of those. Let's see here. Where's the QC here? There's that. And then I want to find the tin version, actually, of this card. Okay, the tin version is going to be probably a little higher. Where's the tin version? So many cards. I really hope you guys enjoy this type of stuff. Here we go. Tin version is actually going up. These are like 11, 10, 12 bucks basically. Up to 13. We just go that near, yeah, about 12 to 13 for your copies. We do have big walls here at 51.25 here, but the card has soared from that $5-6 all the way up here. People are just getting this because now that we have the you know, the alt art here, or not the alt art, but the Bonanza one here, people are looking at this at 58.60, which this was around 100. But 30 was a lot cheaper, but nobody was really buying at that $100 mark. Luckily, people are like, you know what? Yeah, actually, some people were 100 here. Hey, you know what? We're just gonna get the tin one at like 6, 7, better than this one at up to 100. And I don't blame them, right? I would much rather have the other copy here for like less than 10% than this. Even though I actually like this version a lot, I actually love both. They're both in my top 3 Dark Magician. The first one is the Shonen Jump. Looks beautiful. $60 here for that. And then we have the Adidas promo. These are actually getting eaten up at 130, 250 here. I actually did want to grab these. But yeah, you got 2 here selling for $100 here. So unfortunately, people already raised the price here for this card. I actually like this. It reminds me kind of the stickers they used to have back when I was a kid of Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and they used to sell them everywhere. Like, this really does look like a card that was printed so many years ago. It is very unique. The Dark Magician Starlight Rare. These are 80 for a light play, 93, $100, and then yeah, 105. These are actually, I think a lot of people are scared of this in Stampede, and they're not touching with the 10-foot pole. But right now, you got one that sold for 93. Definitely a card that might be worth picking up at less than $100. Trap Dustshoot here, especially for OG print. Trap Dustshoot, these are $400, $500 here. Yeah, go out to 600. Customers also purchased the Ditto Pikachu here, which is, I actually am looking at Pokemon a little bit for investing. The Delta series here, just very old, but you have all the Ditto cards here. They're actually not too crazy. Kind of wish I could see the Ditto series here a little more. You got the normal Ditto. You got the Charmander here. I actually might want to pick up a set of these Ditto ones. I know they're just the commons here, but just something fun for me. Fiendsmith and Graver here. These are $80. Well, I told people that 40s to 50s were too cheap. Yes, it's a one-of, but it's still too damn cheap. Well, if you didn't sell, good job, you made some money. I actually, unfortunately, got rid of some of mine because some people I knew IRL actually needed them to play. And if I'm not using the card and it's a meta card like this and someone needs to play it, I'll tell them, look, I'll get rid of it, but hold it because it's going to go up, right? And it's a weird thing I tell people. I'm just like, you know what? If you need this, I'm going to help you out. Just don't get rid of it because it's going to go up. Let me help. I'm going to help you out. Let me commit to it. You know what I mean? That sounds really dumb, I bet. I know, but yeah. $80 here for those. Lacrimas, I don't have these pulled up. I know I don't, unfortunately. $13. If you got these at 2 to 4, good job, you made some money. I told people about that. Hey, this is the card to grab. Your tracks are 12s going up to 13s here. You also have your Raging Phoenixes at 40, 43, 46 here for your Raging Phoenixes. Winged Dragon of Ra here. I was so lucky. Shout out to my boy FGH for sending me packs here. If you're out there, by the way, I feel like you're blushing a little bit. You're like, oh, you're thanking me a little too much. But I ended up pulling one of these, and this is something I wanted. I was okay with a plat, but I got the QC. I'm not getting rid of it. $37. 42 for your QCs. You have the wall here at 41. I guess, I don't know if these are part of the main set, so they're easy to put up walls on, or what. But these Phoenixes at 36 are very good. We saw the Ultra of this, which is something I talked about, at very cheap. And I told people, hey, it's a good card to pick up. You know, when it was like, 15, the Ultras went like crazy. The one thing I want to look at here, actually, you know what, they're not going to show it to me. I actually want to see, not this here. We're actually going to go, we're going to do this. I actually want to see what the secret rares, okay, they're not going to show me, what this is. Great. Let's go platinum, I guess. Platinums are like $4 here, for your copies here. I want to see, man, what secrets are, yeah, because this is a raw, right? So if I go just Yu-Gi-Oh, it's gonna show me everything here. Unfortunate. But if this part of the main, it's probably not part of the main set, so there's no secrets. Dominus Purge, QCs are 120, 140 for your Dominus Purges. Way too much, in my opinion, for this card. Oh, well, Castel. Huh, okay. Castel bought out at 50, 75, $100 here. Okay, so I guess this is bought out because, generic rank 4, it bounces right. Well, it actually shuffles in the deck, which is pretty good. Not a quick effect, unfortunately. But it's also a Book of Moon, which is actually really funny because it just forces an interruption. You can only use one Castel effect per turn and only once per turn. So if you get, unfortunately, if you could have got this with 3 and shuffled something and Book of Moon, it would be great. But, Requiem QC here, 75, 150. I talked about this card when it was actually like solid $38, $40. Very, very cheap, even though it's a one-of. This is a nice QC. People like the extra QC bought out, high rarity before the main deck. And the card just looks absolutely gorgeous. I really love the artwork of this card. The Fiendsmith cards look great. I love whoever drew them. Again, I wish that maybe we had full arts where we could, see the artist, but I don't think Konami's going to want to give artists credit, unfortunately, unlike everywhere else. But, oh well, Konami, right? Being co-money. Pirellia's here, $90 here, with your QCs going up to about 220, 230 here. You also have your Book of Eclipses here, QCs at 35, 40. Bought out, I went over this card when it was 20. This card was never very cheap though, but I went over it when it was bought out, and now it is bought out even further here. People want this card for their side decks, and I really don't blame them. Ultimate Slayer, by the way, if I sound congested, I'm really sorry. Again, my allergies are killing me. 30, 45 for your Ultimate Slayers. People are ready. People are ready. I hope it doesn't sell at 50 though. I'll tell you that. Judgment, Solemn Judgment getting bought out 32, 40, 45 here. Now, this, I believe, is, people went from Bonanza and cleaned these out. 9 copies, 1s. Yeah, insane movement. Insane movement. With the Platinums at $15. Yeah. Glad I got my plats. I was like, you know, just because they were available for like trade, I got them. I was like, you know what? I'll get the QCs. I just don't like the 20. I have the ultis. I'm gonna just get the plats, sit on those. They're very cheap. I can look at them. Haha. I grabbed them for fun. They were like, yeah, I got them for like $3. Yeah. Now I sell one. I make profit on the whole set. So yeah. And I had to pick them up one at a time too. I just saw the plats in people's binders all the time. Chaos 15 here, going up to $16 for your Chaos Hunters. Then you have, yeah, Monstrous Revenge. I want to go over this very quickly because, oh man, these BIOS. Look at all this, guys. All right, let's go through this quick. Yeah, those are 120, but those got reprinted. Terraforming's 145. Wow. Wow, oh wow. Yeah, 192, well, yeah, 200 going up to 300. Very insane here. Dark Hole, 125, 150. We already went through Dad. The Zeuses are 100 here for your QCs. These were cheaper, I believe. Yeah, they're like 80. So people are buying these up. 102, 122, 140. Yeah. Yeah, this isn't even really because of the sale. These are just one sold. Okay. This is just people want them. Now, I want to look at the Starlight and the ulti here. See if there's any movement here. Got the ulti, and then we got the Starlight here. Starlights are 120, 125. I would personally just grab these. Some people are buying them, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So people are buying it. If you go without photos here, and then your mints, there's 24 listings here. It does go up slowly, but I guess people just stack the listings on these. If these get chunked down by quite a bit slowly but surely, could this card hit 200 by the end of the week? Like right here? Yeah, but we also have that wall at 10 copies. So, is it possible? Yes, but I wouldn't count your chickens on it. 25 for your ultis here. Going back to Bonanza here, your polys are bought out 120, 8 listings. IP 75, 60, 70 for those. Yeah. 47 for Foxy. Surprised those are actually gone back down. Nessies are 50, 58, 28. Tiramisus are 36. Not bad here. Yeah, rest of the set. Oh, you know what? We're gonna look at her. Yeah, 30 going up to like 35, 40. Card could go up, but oh well. You also got the Speed Duel token getting bought out, $4. I actually have this because I love this token. Going up to $10 for your copies here. Look, I actually would love to give you guys a lot of market watch, but I know some of you guys don't like it. So we're just going to look at one more thing. If you haven't liked the video, go ahead and like the video. I don't think I've dropped a 40-minute video. I don't remember the last time I dropped a 40-minute video. I don't even know if it was this year. But I want to see very quickly what buyouts maybe came in Rarity 1, if any. So we got Call By, which I know those are probably just low on listings. Same with Lancia. They always have been lower on listings. Want to look at Ferris here. We've gone over the plats before and why they're bought out. That's nothing new. A lot of people aren't looking at Rarity 1 here. Huh. Actually, no. Intis. People are looking at Intis here. We went over Heat Soul very recently. Ding is very cheap, actually, at $12. That's actually something I would very much look at. And then let's look at Flare. And so Flare slowly rising up, $10. I bet Kashtira is just making this for burn. And then we got Red Eye Support. Call by the Grave, $45 here, $50. We've got Dimensional Barrier here at $39, $40, $50 here. Not too bad for this card, but again, it's just going up and up and up. Lancia, $40 here. If you guys got your QCs when I told you to, good job. You made some money. In fact, I actually want to look at what the PCR is at. Woo! $6 go up to $8.9. Remember I told you guys to get these at $1 something? I told you for the cheap penny stock at $1. If you did, good job. Yeah, you made over 5 times your money. Good job. Ferris here, QCs are $21, $22. And then you've got your Intis at $15, $20 going up and up and up here. With your Illusions at $7, $8. Not bad at all. With that being said, guys, leave a like if you guys enjoyed. Please let me know what cards I'm going over in the next Mark Watch in the comment section below. If you're buying any cards of TCG, please use my full link down in the description below. Helps out the channel to no additional cost to you. Hopefully you guys found this longer video helpful. To upload a 40-minute, almost basically a 40-minute video, maybe we're getting close to it on a Friday. Definitely not done before. If this video gets a lot of likes and all that, the next video will be long as well. Because I didn't plan on Saturdays being very long, but again, if this video does really, really well, I will get up and do it early and make sure it's pretty good. Granted, I might end up giving you guys that video a little closer to the middle of the day, just like this, just so we could really see the effects on these buyouts. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.